Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be reviewing Impact Wrestling 9th of June 2020. We kick off the show with an amazing triple threat match between Ken Shamrock, Michael Elgin and Sami Callihan. This was just a really good match. Shamrock and Callihan teamed up for quite a lot of the match to try and take out Michael Elgin. Did not work because he managed to hit the Elgin bomb on Ken Shamrock for the win. Going to give the match a 3.5 out of 5. It was a damn good match. After the match, Shamrock and Callihan had a stare down. Callihan disappeared with his light tricks. Overall, a pretty good way to kick off Impact Wrestling. We then go to an interview with Jordynne Grace about being prepared after taking time off. She said that all she did in the last month was study and train. She's ready to get back into competing week in, week out. Got the point across. Not bad. Not bad at all. We then go to Desmond and Wentz talked about becoming number one contenders when Trey Miguel arrives. He was mad and wanted to know who jumped him last week. Xavier brought up that he'd seen Ace Austin in the bathroom while Trey was being attacked. Wentz suspiciously tried to bring up Reno Scum. Fortunately for Wentz, the North made their return and said next week it's Rascal versus the North. Wentz tried to imply maybe the North attacked Wentz, so the North said they weren't even in the country, and maybe Wentz had done it because he didn't want Trey to be the first champion of the group. They're definitely setting some seeds in this whole situation. I'm going to give the segment a 7 out of 10. Overall, yeah, I can't wait to see what they're doing with that. We then had Tasha Steelz with Kiera Hogan versus Susie. The finish happened when Tasha hit the OKR for the win. It was a short match, but got the point across. It looks like the feud with this is not going to end. Obviously, Kiera Hogan did the distraction to Susie to cause the match to be lost for her. Just going to give the whole thing just like a 6 out of 10. Just going to rate it like a whole segment thing because the match didn't really have much going on, but it's carrying on a story. Miller was supposed to interview Ace Austin, but he played Conor McGregor and made her wait and walk to where he was. So he was kind of doing a Conor McGregor. Ace Austin said he was number one contender, but since Tessa wasn't coming to work, he's the rightful world champion. Moose then approached him and told him at his anniversary he should challenge him. Ace told him, "That's a good looking belt," and walked off. After that, Hernandez walked up to Moose and said he wanted a title match next week. Moose walked away without a response. 7 out of 10. I mean, Ace Austin's fantastic. Moose is just brilliant with this whole title thing, and Hernandez is just Hernandez. I like Hernandez. Pretty good. We then saw Deonna Purrazzo arrive at the venue. She's definitely going to get involved in the show. We then go to Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan celebrating in the back when they were approached by Havoc and Nirvana. Hogan tried to talk her way away from them and pretend not to be scared of Havoc. Neva challenged them to a match, but Hogan said Tasha just had a match, so maybe later on. That could be a very interesting women's tag team match, I think. Going to give it a 6 out of 10. We then had a Impact flashback moment of the week. It was Mike and Maria Bennett challenged Earl Hebner to a fight. I mean, I guess we're teasing the fact that they're coming back, I guess, with that. It wasn't the best moment of Mike Bennett's TNA career, but it was an entertaining enough moment to watch during this show. Then we move swiftly on to Raju confronting Ryan about the attack last week instead of taking him under his wing as a veteran he is. Rona said that Rahit is always crying about not being given anything, so instead Rahit just attacked Rhino from behind. I'm assuming we're going to get a few between these two guys. I am okay with that. 6 out of 10. We then go to our next match, Willie Mack and Cousin Jake versus Chris Bay and Johnny Stringer. Match was alright. Mack reversed a swinging net breaker from Swinger and hit a stunner for the win. After the match, Bay and Swinger jumped Jake and Mack, but Cody Deaner made his return and saved his cousin. Going to give the match a 2.75 out of 5, slightly above average. Nice return for Cody Deaner. Then we see Rosemary and John E. Bravo drinking in a bar. Rosemary once again tried to get Bravo to bite the poison apple. Taya was there to interrupt them and asked why Bravo wasn't welcoming her to the party. Rosemary stood up for Bravo, but Taya told them off and gave Rosemary a micro brawler as a present. Rosemary told Taya she has a gift for tonight's title shot. Fantastic. Overall, yeah, they're doing something with that whole thing. Gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Then Scott D'Amore came out to address the situation with the Impact World title. He said they have a number 1 contender crowned in Ace Austin, but Tessa Blanchard is still not here in the building. Ace Austin interrupted. Ace jumped to the line and said he was going to be crowned the new champion. Not long after Michael Elgin came out to claim his rightful shot at the title. Elgin said it's rightfully his, and if Ace wanted to be champion, he had to go through Elgin. Elgin said no one could handle him, but then Eddie Edwards came back out making his return. Very nice, Eddie Edwards is back. Eddie said he wasn't scared of Elgin. He also said he belonged in that Rebellion match, that it didn't take place, mentioning that he still holds a title shot trophy. Ace pushed for D'Amore to call him champion already. D'Amore said no one's getting handouts in Impact. That's if any of them wanted to be champion, they would have to fight for it, because at Slammiversary it's going to be a 5-way match. Tessa will defend against Eddie Edwards, Michael Elgin, Ace Austin and Trey Miguel. And then Trey Miguel came in and jumped Ace Austin. And then a big, massive brawl. Overall, a fatal 5-way for the title at Slammiversary. I'm all up for that one. Should be very, very good. Looking forward to Slammiversary. Going to give that whole segment a 7 out of 10. I did enjoy that one. Then Diana Perezzo gets interviewed. Well, G. Miller tried to interview her, but she wasn't in the locker room. Yeah, that was funny. 5 out of 10. Then Cancel Culture came down with the new Jacob Christ. The returning Rob Van Dam and Katie Forbes. Ryan explained Christ was a new man. Ryan said that tonight Jacob Christ is going to teach mentally unwell Stephen a lesson. Christ hit a kick combo and a takedown and took down Steve for the 3 count. The match wasn't very good. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. It was below average, but it kind of got its point across. Jacob Christ, I don't know. Got a good win there, to be honest. Then we had Jordan Grace, the Impact Knockouts champion, versus Taya Valkyrie with Johnny Bravo and Rosemary. This was a championship match, apparently. This was originally scheduled for Rebellion. The match finished when Taya went for the Road of Valhalla, but Grace fought out of it, clotheslined Taya several times, locked in a sleeper hold, making Taya submit. Taya didn't really get assistance from Rosemary or Bravo. They kept talking to each other and not paying attention and helping Taya, so I'm assuming that something's going to go on with those 3 after this. Overall, the match I'm going to give a 2.75 out of 5, slightly above average. After the match, Diana Perezzo made her debut, got face to face with Jordan Grace and made it clear her intentions were for the championship. She offered a handshake, but instead took down Grace with a vicious armbar. Perezzo stood tall over Jordan, and the title, it went off air. After the show, Michael Elgin was on the phone talking to someone from Canada who he refers to as Sir. He said that us Canadians have always been team players. So something's going to go on there. There was quite a few returns, which were very nice. Overall, I did massively enjoy this episode of Impact. Impact's been very good lately. Yeah, I'm trying to get more wrestling reviews out. I failed on Monday. I will not let that happen again. I'm even going to start covering New Japan. Just where the channel's heading to. As much wrestling coverage as I can physically manage while we're still in this pandemic. I may have to cut some of it down once I go back to work, but we'll have to wait and see where that goes. Because New Japan is on at like 11 o'clock in the morning and I work at 10, so if they do shows on like, I'll have to work out a system, maybe. But yes, the review is good. I'm going to give it Impact. Did I say 7 out of 10? I'm going to give Impact a 7 out of 10. It was very, very good. I do hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please smash that like button, share, subscribe, and I shall catch you all for the next review or live reactions. Good night and goodbye.